geoportal Forests of Ukraine. And this is a website which includes cartography and attributes data about Ukrainian forest. On this website, foresters can get and search information about forest plots, planning their job, inputs field data from the GNSS receivers, smartphone, UAV, measurement calipers, fire monitorings, etc. Structure of this geoportal like that. So we have GIS server. Also, we have geodatabases. In this case, we used PostgreSQL. Also, we have different layers like cadastral map of Ukraine, topographic server, OpenStreetMap, Sentinel images, also data from the UAV. Also, we have web servers which generated some web pages with different content and layers. And also mobile application which helped the forester collect some data and navigate it in the forestry. Some pages of the geoportal developed for the civilians, like a page with clear cuts data or map of the rest places in Ukraine. This page. And geoportal uses data from a GNSS receiver like this and other which are working with the shape data, SOC, KML, GPX format, measure calipers, smartphones, UAV, and fire monitoring systems also. When I told you about fire monitoring systems, we have been working with the partners and creating IP camera systems for the different forest enterprises in Ukraine. So this is a tower with the good optical IP cameras. And this camera can show for us territory 20 kilometers. And all the data from this camera connected to the internet or other Wi-Fi channel maybe. And one operators can detect from one place with different cameras places where he watch smoke and detect coordinate location clearly. After he detects these coordinates, he can share affected location with the rescue team, and with the help of the specific app, they can create a road to the forest fire. And this is best road because for these enterprises we also created roads, forest roads network. We digitalized this previous time, and forest rescue team can move to the fire for the best road. Current and previous forest fires data has been input to the geoportal databases and depict in web page. So we have history about different forest fires, different years, and can analyze something or some view some history changes. In Ukrainian forestry, when happens forest fires, first fighting with them, this is forest guards. If they cannot put out the fire on your own, then help state emergency service of Ukraine. For this emergency service, we also develop the mobile app. It's called Forest Guard. This app have information of for the offline navigation of forest, water intake sites, targeting for the firefighting aircraft, and NASA firms data about thermal anomaly also. For better diseases and pest forest protection, we have developed a handbook app. We called it UFP, Ukrainian Forest Protection. In the field, foresters detect and define diseases or pests, notify coordinates and attributive data about this place. They can watch some pictures for the pests, read diagnostic information about these pests, and create some alarm message about this territory. Previously, they can measure area of this territory using GPS in a mobile phone. And after they can sync all this data with GeoPortal web page, and on this web page, foresters and forest protective services can monitor processes in the forest enterprises and dynamic appropriatality. Can prepare some reports of this territory also, view dynamic by the month, pests, and others. Also, we have created an app for the forester for everyday usage. It is called FMap. And this app is also for offline navigation when we don't have any internet connection. It contains maps, thematic some layers that can create queries for the database app. We can find some places where some types of the trees or some age, and find this on the map or on the screen. The program can make surveys, collect data, also sync data with the GeoPortal, can transfer data like from phone to the database of GeoPortal, and in other direction also. Also, they used NASA films data. We see source of these pictures, date when satellite finds this thermal anomaly, and the time. This app. We see also fire towers, and we can put direction, azimuth direction for the fire, and move to and find where is exactly. An app with a specific forestry related features and tools was developed for the drones GIS company. In this case, this is Phantom 4. We used DJI API and developed a specific app with also forest maps with specific tools like you see, this is quartals, forest quartals, maps, satellites, information about forest, and also these tools can create. We can make direction to some objects like fire smokes, and if moved a little, we can create also a second direction. Yeah, you see drones moved to right, and we create the second direction, and yeah, we see intersect these directions, so place where maybe we see smooth. Also, in this app, we can measure area. So create 1 point, second point, and after third point, we have a polygon, some area of these polygons, can save this measure to the files, and after working with it. Also, we're using remote sensing for the analyzed damage after huge forest fires in 2020 in Lugansk region. This first forest fires was in July in 2020. We see territory damage after the fires. And in September of this year, in Ukraine was new fires, very big fires. We see also Sentinel-2 data and NASA temperature anomaly firms data, and we see time lapse. Yeah, how this is a point. This is a thermal anomaly point from the NASA firms, and distance between this territory more than 20 kilometers, and in one time all this territory was fired. You maybe see this red buffer zone, and this is occupation zone. This is Lugansk region, and fires was in the territory which controlled Ukrainian, but this is really not nature of fires. So this is a manual or some weapon used for it, because very huge fires was, and rescue from all Ukraine. 9 days we were fighting with these fires, and after they finished it, damaged territory was more than 30,000 hectares. After we analyzed this territory with the DBNR algorithms, classified this territory for the damage, and we calculated financial damage for the Ukrainian budget. Also, we used remote sensing and UAV for the inventory shelter belts and self-forested areas in Kharkiv region of Ukraine. We analyze different types of the land. Also, we have experience for the monitoring sanitary and clear cuts. We used these blue polygons. This is legal cuts which inputted to the geoportal databases. These polygons input foresters when they work every day, and we have like a mask with the legal cuts, and we can use Google Earth Engine, find some cuts which don't cover this mask. Thank you for your attention. Maybe you have some questions for me.
Yes. Thank you very much.